Hello, everybody. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask. Okay. Here's a canned applause. Woo! Woo! We're back for another episode. I'm so excited. Listen, I am so excited for this episode. These are my girls, like for real. Like the last few months, I have been so honored to get to know them on a deeper level. We have spent, I guess, honestly, maybe it's just me that I talk too much, but we have spent hours on the phone together, meeting, collaborating, putting things together, putting some ideas together. So I'm so happy to introduce to you Miss Tawana Devine of Devine Social and the beautiful Miss LaShaun Griego of Infusion Creative Hub, also known as Gloe Collective. Woo! 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 You gotta unmute. Gotta make sure you unmute.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yep.
Hey,
You good.
Hey,
what's
Hey,
going
lady.
on?
how you guys doing? You guys look beautiful.
You
As
look
do you.
gorgeous.
Yes, like we're supposed to, right?
I know.
Period. So, so ladies, I thought I added it. I didn't yet. But how you doing today?
We're doing great.
Yes.
Feeling blessed.
Yeah, we just came. We just had an amazing experience. Oh my gosh, I'm still thinking about that food, that punch. It was so good. We
Yeah, you were
had,
Tails, honey.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was very fun. It was a great experience.
Yes, we had a night to experience for sure.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Sean had her fourth annual Taste of Jamaica Cultural Experience dinner, and it's like an intimate dinner party, and she makes all the food herself, and every single thing I had was fire. Okay,
It was so good.
to the point where I wanted to call her and see if she had any more curry goat because that was my first time trying it, and I'm so glad that it was somebody that knew how to throw down because it was amazing.
It
But
also looks really beautiful in there too. Everybody
yes.
was dressed up, looking good. It was amazing.
Her games were fun. The prizes were everything was amazing. It was
We
top
left
notch.
out there wanting to talk like a Jamaican. Like we was just
Wagwan, everything good?
Wagwan, you know. What'd you say? Soon forward. Soon
Too
forward.
forward. Yep.
Soon forward.
Yep.
Have a
There you
little.
go.
Have a little pair on me on
All
my toes.
right.
You know, working on it. Working
Now
on
I
it.
still remember. Okay, I love that.
Yes.
Yes.
So, ladies, I do not waste any time. I want people to get to know you quickly. So, how do we follow you? Tawana, you first.
Okay. So you guys can follow me on Instagram at Devine Social, on Facebook at Devine Social, or you can check out my new website, thedivinesocial.com.
Okay,
For
and
social media
LaShawn.
needs.
You can find me on Infusion Creative Hub on all platform, on TikTok, on Instagram, and also on Facebook. That's where I'm located.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So everybody go follow my girls and also, follow me at just.be.dope on Instagram. Just be dope on Facebook, just be dope on Twitter or X. Anywhere just be dope, follow you girl. So and then also my socials, I'm Jessica Van. So anyway, ladies, I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, share this. Everybody share. Get in the comments if you have questions. Stay tuned. We have a dope announcement at the end of this, and it's going to be great. Something that we're super excited to announce. But let's talk. So we say all the time, we talk about business. Locally, we're all in the same city, of course. We talk about business as a whole and hustle mentality, etc. First, Tawana, tell me how you got started in business and what that's looking like for you now, and then we'll go to Sean.
Okay. So I started business in general in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I was a new mom, a single mom, and honestly, my mindset was like, I need to make some extra cash. So I hopped on to YouTube University, and I was like, what am I passionate about? What can I do for not a lot of money? And, and so I came up with Devine Dolls Boutique. Real ones will know about Devine Dolls Boutique. And I started that online boutique, and we did accessories for a long time. It was successful. And then we decided that we wanted to do plus size clothing. And as I started my boutique, I learned about marketing and started modeling for different brands and things like that. And I decided I'm a plus size woman, and there's a need for plus size clothes here in the world, pretty much, not just locally, but in the world. So I decided that I wanted to branch out and do plus size clothing. And as I started to do that, I really realized that I had a love for marketing. I had a love for content creating. And as the world, changed, recession, I had to take a little bit of a break with Devine Dolls, but it's going to come back eventually. And I decided that I wanted to dive deep into digital marketing and content creating and helping businesses flourish online. I have a passion for that. So that's how I created Devine Social. And I help businesses now flourish online pretty much.
And that's awesome. And so, you, Sean, how did you get started? I know you were telling me that you started with T-shirts, right? With Vistaprint, right?
Yes. So I
Yeah.
initially worked for a company back home, and I started as a customer service rep. But it's always been a little creative. I've always been into art, something that I always love and passion. And this one person I saw that was doing graphic design, and I wanted to find out like how the hell did they do that. So I got myself in it. So I've been doing graphic design for as long as I can remember, almost 14 years. In 2020, I decided to start my own business because, as Tawana mentioned, it was a way for the world was kind of going under a little bit, and it was a way for me to connect and hone in on my skills. And that way, I wanted to be out there and start practicing a little bit more in graphic design world. And I realized that graphics alone was not the thing. I needed to learn more about what the market is all about. So I dive more into website designing and also marketing strategy. So right now, my core value that I present for my business is branding, website design, and also marketing strategy as well for any businesses whatsoever that you're doing. If you're just starting out or anything like that, I basically hook you up on that. It kind of started out first as a passion for just my friends and my family. And then later on, this one person, I was in this group of girls, and this one person said to me that, all right, I need a new branding. Free reign, go do your thing, show me what you got to do and stuff like that. And I went in and I did it, and she had all the confidence in the world to allow me to do that. And I started designing, and from there, it just started getting better and better. People started knowing more about my work. And I start feeling more passionate about what it is I do because I love creating stuff from scratch and just building on top of that. And because of that passion, Infusion Creative Hub was born.
Indeed, and that's wonderful.
Thank you.
And so, just kind of, I guess I'll give the story of kind of how we have gotten together. I've known Tawana. Tawana's one of my Boys and Girls Club kids. So I've known Tawana for many years. But to have known her professionally in the last few years, and I think our first encounter was Tawana as a vendor. Actually, both of you I've met as vendors, and for those in my area, LaShaun is actually, I met her at a event for Shades of Queening, which is a local organization here that amplifies Black women from, they say, womb to tomb. I think is their from zero to something is their phrase. But they're here for the support and advancement of Black women in the community. And so I met her at an event that they had, but I had met her before, and I want to say both of y'all were at FanFest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I in me doing that, which actually I started around 2020, in me doing that, I got to know you all, and had been wanting to work with you. I've been bothering Tawana for years at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, Tawana, what we gonna do? Okay, Tawana, what we doing? And so then something, my spirit said, I need to reach out to Sean too. And she said, I've been wanting to work with you too. So luckily I shot my shot. And so now with that, I have grown to love these young ladies like my sisters because they are so insightful, so informative. They've been motivators. Um, and sometimes, hey, Jessica,
Hey,
girl, I like your
Jess.
name. So I have been inspired by them and in their hustle. And with that, we have been kind of discussing businesses in our local community, and not bad, everybody. So before y'all get to saying they just be dogging, the real heart is that the three of us together have sincere passion for, and this is Black Business Month, so we can talk about it. We have a passion to see our businesses in this community. Here's one of our girls, LaDonna.
Hey, LaDonna girl.
LaDonna's coming to the crew very soon. So look, she's a part out already. Really, we already been working. So I think that our passion for seeing businesses from people that look like us thrive in this community has also driven our motivation to come together, and that to show that we can work together. Because if you haven't heard, we're all in similar fields. We all do similar things, but we do them in different ways. And I feel like as we've worked together, we have definitely filled in where others might need a gap. We've given insight in these different areas, and the power of collaboration has been very key to me, because otherwise I was ready to cut everybody off. But
and Jess, can we just talk about just being an entrepreneur, a solo entrepreneur in itself, and how we basically have co-working sessions and just talk and just vent to each other and have a community within each other. I feel like that in itself has really helped me in my business and inspired me to do better in my business. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs nowadays, they are like, oh, I got it out the mud by myself. Why?
Why? Yeah.
That is so true.
Out the mud by yourself when you need help. Entrepreneurship, whoever put that out saying that it's a solo thing, no, it's actually not. If you don't have a village in life in general, you're not going to go too far. You might go far, but you might not
go too far. That is so true. We're better together as a team. I see Charisma just jump in. Hey, Charisma.
That girl.
So,
former
yes,
guest.
Definitely. We kind of connected too because we are all moms.
Yes.
And we are doing this especially for kids because we want to let them to know that when you work hard, you get the results you need. And we are great by ourselves. No doubt about that, because we are all individual that has pushed our business to the level that we want it to be. However, working together is way better because this way we can bounce ideas off each other and we can learn from each other from different, because we have strengths and we have weaknesses, and we can all do that to collaborate a little bit more, to learn from each other. And I guess that's one of the reasons Gloe Collective is born, because we want to have that shoulder to lean on. Because I'm designing something and I'm like, hey, Jess, I don't know if this color is right, but let me know. Now, is it too far out? Is it too bright? Is it too, Tawana, what's going on? Like, we talk about those kind of stuff to get an idea or field to maximize on our skills a little bit more. So,
and let me just say also, I am a very new graphic designer, right? These ladies right here have, in a short amount of time, they have taught me so much, and I just love that. I feel like I'm going to be a fabulous graphic designer soon.
In no time.
Right here, because they're like, Tawana, this is great, but do you see it in this way or see it in this light? And I'm like, so now I just see things differently, and I just love that. Always learning with these ladies.
Yeah, and like I said, I've definitely learned from you all as well as even just down to the detail of how to structure my presentation. LaShaun has showed me, we did a side project together, and we work together, right? If even if it's not all of us, we pushing each other to work together. And so I feel like LaShaun showed me, even in her process and how she presents the folders and how she presents work to clients, etc., has definitely up leveled for me too. Like, I'm going to give top level service. Not that I didn't before, but just just in the details of presentation have definitely inspired me in that way. And then of course my girl is showing me like to stop being so scared and stop being a weenie. So and on social media. And if I'm honest with you, I had not even done this podcast for it was almost a year. In fact, I think it was about a year I had stopped. And I just was like, I'm not going to keep hiding behind. Like I tried to do this little series, which was cute, but it wasn't, me to full capacity. And I will say directly that these young ladies were the inspiration behind me kind of getting out there on social media. And I think I feel like I have done the same for them.
You sure did. You sure do. Like, there's one thing about you, and even though the name, people might be like, oh, you're dope. You put dope in a whole nother perspective in regards to how people show up in their brand, in their personal life. It's not just about the terminology, I am dope, just being that. It's about what it is that you do out there to make you dope. So you are doing a fabulous job in all aspects of what you're doing. I just need you to like take that off your shoulder and show people what you can do, because you but ladies, you are phenomenal, right? That's one of the reasons I wanted to work with you both, because you guys have so much uniqueness about you that a lot of people don't see. You guys are goofy. You guys are so you have so much heart, so much passion in what you do, and the right people and the right brands will see us for who we are and push us further than we can ever imagine. So yes, Jess, yes, Tawana, you guys have definitely helped me a little bit more to be not so much a shy girl behind the camera anymore. And I do have my dope friends as well that also push me, always motivated me in Reno. And I'm always grateful for that, because I cannot do this without my circle. And my circle is important. My best friends, my mom, everybody play a huge part in who I am right now. And I'm learning as I go by too. So I'm just really excited to see what it is that we can do, because we're going to make some bomb go off in this place once we start launching our stuff. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
Okay.
You just said what you said.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time.
We better flourish. And so just even with talking about collaboration, etc., what are some things that we find? Like I said, we talked about our city in specific, and it's not anything bad. We don't say anything bad. It's really things that we can use to improve. Yes. How can we? What are some things we've observed? Let's say it with love and seasoned with grace.
Passion, right? Yes. I love that. So if you want to go first, I can jump right in.
I want you to go first. Yes.
Okay. Some of the things that I've noticed, and of course, we're not naming no names on our platform here, because a lot of us have the challenges in our own business, and this is only for us to learn and improve on what it is that we already have. Right. But I have a few little key points that I got my stuff together. You know what I mean?
Notes.
Right. So some of the challenges that we experience sometimes in our business world, for example, is lack of brand clarity. When you have a brand, people need to know what it is that you're offering. There should not be any confusion in regards to what it is that you're offering at all. And a lot of people, when they do have their new businesses, they want to put their sink, their kitchen, their veranda, their nightstand, everything in it. And then we're sitting here like, what exactly do you offer? Right? What is it that you're selling? Like, what is it that you want us to know? So brand clarity is one of the most important things when it comes down to brand, because if you're not selling something that I need, you're not touching my pain points, then what's the sense of selling me? I'm not your target audience. Some other initial things that you do not have a clear website structure. You want to have a website, okay, but why? Is it because your next door neighbor has it? Is it because your friend has it? Why do you need it? I need it because I need to sell this. Okay, what are you selling? You need to be more clear in regards to your website structure is not structuring the way it's supposed to. You are attracting the wrong audience. So your audience, your business audience is not your friends. It's not your family. You cannot make money from your friends and your family.
It's not your cousin.
It's not, right? They're there, yes, because they will watch what you're doing and stuff like that, but they're not your target audience. So if they don't support you in the way that you're looking for, don't get demotivated. They're not supposed to.
Right.
You have other
Yeah.
people that you're targeting, and you have to be clear in regards to your goals before you even decide to do a business. What it is that I want, how long will it take for me to get there? Stuff like that is what you need to push forward when it comes onto it. I have a lot more, but I have one more to basically see the deal. Low visibility and lack of marketing strategy. Like,
Ooh.
you have a business and nobody knows about it. What are you doing about it to make sure that people know that you exist?
Right.
Right? You are an introvert. I stay home all the time. I don't really go out. I don't really do anything. I'm
Ooh.
talking about myself. I'm talking
Look,
about
I was like, you
myself.
talking about me in
Talking
front of
about
I'm
me?
talking about myself, right? Boom.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out. I'm gonna stay home. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Nobody's gonna see you if you don't. That is
True.
where a marketing strategist come in, because we can tell you and explain to you exactly what it is that you should be doing. Do
Right.
some networking. Go out there, get your name out there, get your business out there. Show up
Yep.
for yourself. Tell people exactly what it is that you're doing. Right? Touch those pain points. Like, what are you selling? Um I'm selling this lip balm, right? Who is it for? Young generations. They're the
Mm.
people you're talking. You want bright colors. There you go. You want bright colors. You want this. So we create that strategy behind it. So these are some of the things that a lot of people get off my toes. So you get what I'm saying?
Listen.
So
Look
I mean,
out
like, these
saying.
are some of the things that we don't take in consideration when we're thinking about business. We all want to make money, fine, but it's
Yes.
not all about just making money. You have to have a
Build a
plan
community.
behind it, because that's the
Yeah.
only way your business is going to ever grow. Is once you have a solid plan, the sky is the limits. And that's my
Yeah.
2 cents.
Amen, sister.
And I want to add to that, if we're honest, you're not going to know, even with the plan you start off with, until you work it, until you work that plan, you're not going to have full detail as to how you're going to move or how you pivot. Things change all the time. My guest last week was just talking about how they started as a fashion line, and now they realize they're more of a motivational lifestyle brand, and that
Mm.
the fashion side of it is an asset to build the mantra that they have established. And I think that that's very true. Is number one, you do have to at least get clear on a plan,
Yes.
because you're right in that I can't say, hey, I want to help everybody. Hey, I want to work with everybody. You can't. You want to, but you're not going to be able to. And even as you go, you're gonna have to figure out who that is. Because listen, I'll tell you, even as a graphic designer, Eric says trial and error. You just gotta go, which is true.
Yes.
I will tell you, as a graphic designer, I started out working. I want to work with this person. I want to work with this kind of person. I don't want to work with that person at all. You know what I mean? Like, as I've gone through different circumstances, or similar things, I will also say that some things that I've done, uh, as far as working with certain people, one thing I hated. I'm not. I want to be honest with y'all. One thing I can't stand is edits.
Mm.
But I had to have a little psychological analysis, right, about why I don't like edits. And a lot of it is because if I keep having to come back to it, it starts wearing on especially because I feel like I put my best forward. And so it starts wearing on me, like, okay, maybe maybe we're not, maybe it's me. But I had to say, oh, no, no, no. Some of this is for refining. I had a project that I just finished that took 2 weeks of my time. Y'all all know I had to push everything to the side. And it took a lot of my time, but I realized the person that I was working with, she sat with me and refined my work. Not took it over or made it feel like it was, like I was crap. When I changed my perspective of it, it made me realize sometimes it's just, you're going to have to figure it out as you go. It's not going to be the thing. I also learned this in this experience is the thing that you think is working is not working for you.
Mm.
The thing you
That
think.
is point blank.
I use what size businesses do you all love working with? I will get to that in just 1 second. I use Photoshop, right? I use a certain system to do everything, business cards, all of that. She showed me, like, the things that you're doing that are taking all this time in Photoshop, you could be done in half the time in another program. And I learned that program, and it showed me, like, I have been playing with I've been playing myself, you know what I mean? Like, this whole time. So I
Yeah.
realized, like, as you go in clarity comes once you make the decision, but clarity comes even in trial, like Eric said, in trial and error. And as you said, once you're clear on it, like it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Things are different. So Lori asked, I'll ask Tawana, what size businesses do we all love working with? Well, you first, Tawana.
Okay. So I personally have a heart for working with all size businesses. I believe that businesses at all marketing statuses deserve marketing help, because at the end of the day, like, if you don't know how to market, you don't know how to reach your target audience, and you don't know what you're doing, how are you supposed to make money?
Right.
And a lot of people do not have time, especially solo entrepreneurs, or they just no everybody doesn't have time to be on YouTube University to try to figure out how to market. They're just going to put out what they can and hope and pray for the best.
Yeah.
So I personally love working with micro businesses. I work with all businesses, big budget businesses. I love people, and I believe that entrepreneurs in general deserve marketing help and social media help. So any budget, not any, but decent quality budget can work with me. Okay.
When she says not any, she means that none of this. She means
I want people who see themselves really rocket launching. Like, if
People
it's
are
just
serious.
a hobby, if it's just a hobby to you, then I don't
It'll
think you
show.
necessarily need to have a social media manager or work with a social media strategist. But I have so many clients that they love their businesses down, like real bad, and they just need a little extra assistance. And I've had some market research where, I had one of my clients say, like, hey, I don't have a big budget, but I'm a little lost, like, and I'll be like, okay, well, did you do this, this, and this? And within the first, I would say 60 days of us working, they hit a huge milestone. And it just makes my heart so happy to see them and their businesses flourish, and let them know that there's a way, Just need a little bit of help, just need a little bit of guidance, folks.
That's
Just need
it.
a little bit of guidance, But I also love working with established businesses that just need, consistency online as well. So I love them all. I love my people. I love my entrepreneurs. I love my businesses.
Indeed.
Yes.
LaShaun,
What
you?
about you, LaShaun?
Yes. I work with small business because I'm also small business, but I also work with all sorts of business as well. So any form, as long as you're serious about your brand and you're ready to work, I'll work with you. I do have tiers in regards to my price break, in regards to who it is that I'm going to be working with. So if you're a small business, we do have a tier for you, because I started that way where I'm a small business and I'm helping companies that are a lot bigger than my business right now. So but most of my clients, they're a little bit more serious in regards to what it is that they want out of their business, because I'm not here to play. I've
Yes.
been honing on my skills for this long that I should only be dealing with people who are serious. If you just come in and you're just, oh, I start a business and you're not taking it serious, I can't work with you, because you can't see growth in just 2 days or 1 week, or just because you have a logo. It takes time to build your
Yes.
brand. And if
Oh,
you work
girl.
hard at it, you can definitely excel. So I work with all sorts of brands in their business, persons who are really, really serious of getting their business to the next level, because we definitely take pride in, I take pride in what it is that I do. And if anyone here knows me and see how I approach stuff, I put my heart in every single thing that I do. I don't do anything
Definitely does.
just like mediocre. I don't do anything that is just, half-ass. I just make sure that everything is done the way that I want it to be done whenever I'm doing anything from business. And I put myself in my customer's shoe every time I'm doing a brand. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and I need someone to like push me, because my best friend is tired of me. Because I'll be cursing her out saying that, girl, don't tell me that it's pretty. Like, give me all the nitty and gritty. Like, tell me, girl, don't put that color. Tell me all the details so I can know exactly how to be better. Right?
Sometimes it's just pretty though. Sometimes it's just pretty.
I don't want to.
Sometimes it just looks good, LaShawn.
You're like, I don't want to hear it. No.
I don't want to hear. She probably hate me by saying this too, but yes, My friends keep like, it's so cute. You're so talented. I've heard that a couple times, but I want you to tell me the nitty gritty. Like, tell me what's going on. Like, I like that you, LaShawn, but I think you could do a lot better in regards to that. So things like that. And if you're a business and you cannot take constructive criticism in your
Mm,
business, then this is not the field for you, because this is
Entrepreneurship.
a
Yeah.
learning business. You learn as you go. You
yes.
try as you go. When I just started, I started with henna body art. I saw somebody doing it at a party, and I was like, I want to get into this. I don't know nothing about henna. All I know I can do is draw. And I started doing it. I was signed up outside the movie theater, people walking past, hi, for months. Nobody would look at me because I'm a black woman doing henna in
Mm,
Reno. So nobody would even take me serious in regards to what I want to do. But I wanted people to know me and know that I do this. So I started doing it myself. I'm going out there and showing people that I can do it. Now I don't have to market when it comes down to henna. The algorithm on my platform works so well. Sometimes I'm asking, like, how did you find me? Well, I went on social media and your thing pop up. So I don't have to market myself now when it comes down to anybody booking henna design here in Reno, because they can find me, and that is a plus from where I started from to where I'm at right now. And
mm,
I'm blessed. My online presence now, my graphic design, I am open to everyone all over the world. But
yes.
not a lot of people know that I do this. Not a lot of people know that I do it. So this is my way of putting myself forward, so people know that, hey, LaShawn is a digital genius here in Reno.
Heavy on the genius.
Genius
Heavy.
here.
Okay.
And I'm here to
Heavy
work
on the
with
genius.
anybody that is serious about their brand, especially here in Reno, because I want to see us win. And we have to win, especially in this world. So, yeah.
Indeed. Indeed.
Jess, we want to hear about you, Miss Ma'am. Don't forget about
Yes.
yourself.
I just work with you if you have the money. I was kidding. I'm just kidding. I I love to work with people who are launching, people who are in the phase of kind of they're stuck, don't really have that direction of what they want to put out. I tend to attract people that are what I call multifaceted, people that can kind of do a little bit of anything. And I help them to kind of hone it in and at least create strategy that if you're going to be cooking in 10 years and but you want to start as an author today, how do we get you to from A to Z? You know,
Mm,
I'm definitely, I thrive in that. I definitely show people themselves beyond their vision. I think I've been blessed with that. I think that's a gift for sure, to show people. And I guess the size could be an individual. I usually work with like individuals, but I'm open to working with anyone really, as far as that's concerned. So mine is not so much the size of the group as what they're looking to do. I definitely love to work with in rebranding and restructuring businesses, and like showing a different viewpoint maybe that they had not had before. I thrive in that, I feel. And I definitely, if I'm honest with you, I am very culturally for like advocate. I'm an advocate for my culture. So I want to see my people win. I want to see everybody win. I don't care who, but I want to see my people for sure, because I see how certain things have been obstacles. I'll say that.
yeah.
And I think that with simple fixes, that we can see how far we actually can go, and to whatever level, whatever you do. I think that's the thing. And I think uh, I'm just me myself, and I want to say this is another reason why we've created Glow Collective, because I'm me by myself, but I do want to work with some big heavy, with heavy corporate brands. And
Mm-hmm.
in building this team, I see the possibilities of that definitely happening. And so like I am learning that I can use my same skill set in a place. Like I really want to work with Beyonce. I ain't gonna lie. I really want to work with Beyonce at whatever brand. Like this is Beyonce. almost is like the perfect example of what I'm talking about as far as
Mhm.
she's someone that has different businesses and different facets. I also
Mhm.
want to work with Fawn Weaver, who's the CEO of Uncle Nearest. That's my
Mhm.
girl. Yeah, I know I know what's
Yes.
going on right now. I seen in the news, but I
Mhm.
also see what she said.
Yes.
And she's someone who is a powerhouse to me. She reminds me of locally my sister. I call her my sister Tawana. I mean Tiana Tate. And next house, your next home. She's a real estate
Oh,
guru here, and I feel
love
like
her.
she's got that same boss lady power.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so I'm always looking. That's who always seems to kind of come to me too, is those like boss individuals
Mhm.
that are that maybe
They're
they don't
dominating the game.
yeah, they can even more so dominate if they get beyond whatever hurdle they might have as far as presenting themselves or how they're presented. I definitely find myself attracted to those like that type of business. Is LaDonna is one of my first LaDonna, I don't know if she's still in the audience, but she was one of my first clients in that regard. And she had an idea, which I wish she would still do, but she
Mhm.
had an idea to me that showed me how much of a boss she is. And in doing this new thing, she is showing quickly how gifted she truly is. And it's like I tend to attract that type of person. So with that being said, like I'm open to anybody to work to she's here, she said. Um I'm open to working with anyone that's looking to develop their mogul brand. That's
Okay.
That's a good point. Yes,
yes.
definitely. I love that.
So I know that was like the long way around it, but yes. So I feel like I don't necessarily have a niche per se. I mean, I don't have a niche as far as the demographic, but I do have a niche as far as how you want to present yourself.
Hmm.
So that's another
Yes.
conversation. I think LaShaun, you are definitely you give luxury approach
Mhm.
to. So what would you say would be the difference in luxury marketing, luxury branding versus everyday branding, or non luxury branding?
Mhm.
What would you say
Mm,
would be the difference?
I think the difference with that is the consistency that you show and how you show it, right? Those are the best terminology I can do it because, say, for example, you have um, a line for skincare, right? And you are choosing certain kind of brand as your motivation. Like, I want to get my brand to look like this and I want to look like that. You don't have the budget to get to that brand, but you want to listen to what everybody else is saying and put everything on it and not thinking about how will that brand show up to everyone else, right? So what I do in my business when I'm thinking about, taking you from where you're at to a whole nother level in regards to luxury and make sure that people see you in a different light, is structuring your brand so that people feel the trust when they look at it like, oh my God, I definitely will work with that. I want to definitely buy that because the colors speak to me. So I do a lot of color grading when it comes down to your branding, when you're designing stuff, because colors means different things to different people. Bright red evoke a different kind of feeling, while you have a subtle blue or a lighter cream or stuff like that. So I use colors that basically match that. I use fonts that speaks to your audience. That's why you have to do a strategy when it comes down to making a brand stand out. It's not just designing, not just putting things out there. If
Mhm.
you have a business, like people in the audience now, if you have a business and you take a look at your social media platform, that this would be the perfect example. Your social media platform, and you're looking at it and you're not looking at it as a business owner. Look at it as a customer coming
Consumer.
in. If I'm a customer and I look at your brand, what kind of feeling do I get from what I'm seeing? Am I
Mm.
Does it look like I'm doing ghetto vibe over here, or am I doing like, oh, this looks like it's something that I will walk Beverly Hills. I want to buy those, $50 thing for a lip balm. Like,
Cohesiveness.
right, you need to be able to see that branding identity. As soon as you look at it, you see that clean, sleek look. And that is how I've honed in my designing skill, because I want to make sure that I present it in a way that even though you may not have the biggest budget in the world to get your name out there, it still needs to be presentable. And a lot of people always be asking me, like somebody reach out to me and be like, you don't have to make it too crazy. You just do it. You
I
can't
hate
hire
when
me
people
for that,
say that.
honey. You can't hire me for that, because once we sit and have a conversation about the strategy behind what you're looking for at the brand, I'm going to put my all in into creating it, not just for today's customers, not just for tomorrow's customers. Customers love for a lifetime, because
Yeah.
Yes.
your brand is supposed to represent you in a light that even 10 years from now, it is still a very unique brand. Take, for example, I'll keep using this a lot in my training. For example, Amazon, right? When you're thinking about a brand identity kit or a branding suite or a logo kit, a lot of people talk about logo, right? And think about Amazon. A lot of people don't know what the word behind that brand means or how it's presented to the public. So when you get your packages, you see the word Amazon. That's one, right? You see another one that says A, Z, and then there's a little smiley face that
Mhm.
shows there. It's saying it's taking you from point A to point Z. That's a strategy behind that brand. A lot of people don't even know it. There's an
Mhm.
arrow pointing to that Z. So there's a meaning behind why that graphic designer designed the brand in that way. Amazon can send you a packet with just a little circle, just a little smiley face below it, and you know it's Amazon. They
Mhm.
just do A, and you know it's Amazon. They're just Amazon, and you know it's Amazon. Why is that? Because they have made their brand so unique that no matter where you are, you see the truck passing by, you know that, oh shit, my package is coming. That is Amazon. They are a big company. Why do they keep marketing? But you're a little company and you don't want to do that,
Mm.
right? So it's like when you think about your brand on a whole, if you just do a dot on the paper, people should know exactly what that dot means. Infusion Creative Hub is my brand, right? When you see that logo, you should know that, hey, this is LaShaun. You can go anywhere, you can see that that is my brand. That's what luxury should speak to when it comes onto your business. We don't use glitter. We don't use 50 million colors, subtle colors that represent your brand. Black and white screams luxury. Red, green, orange have a different perspective when people see that. But you still need to have a black and white, because you need to put this color on multiple brands. You want to see your brands on billboard, not just on a business card, or you walking around putting your flyers on people's car. Like, you want to see your brand out there in a bigger world. Don't think small. You need to start thinking big. So when you think about luxury, that's what you think about. You think about the simplicity of your brand and how it show up to the public.
Absolutely. Straight up, straight up. I
Yes.
think then we follow with that in, okay, I've got this beautiful brand, I've got this logo, I've got brand presence, I got brand voice, etc. So Tawana, on social media, how do I present? How do I introduce this brand to crickets, really, to nobody, to build that up to thousands of people, of followers,
Okay.
and
So,
furthermore, engagement to where I have a core following.
bingo. So, first things first, before all the beautiful pictures and videos and content, what do we need to do first, ladies? Strategy.
Strategy.
We need content pillars. We need consistent content pillars like education, behind the scenes. What are you going to talk about? Who is your target audience? Who are you speaking to? Before you even get to posting content, we need to have a strategy on what your audience, or who your audience is, and how they speak. Number one. Okay. Number two, after you do that, and to do that, you need to create content and batch out content. And doing so, again, as LaShaun said, branding is going to be like colors, and branding is going to be your best friend. So that way people know, hey, for instance, Devine Social, my brand colors are black, white, and pink. When I first started, LaShaun and Jessica were like, okay, I was heavy on the pink. Y'all
Put it
remember?
down.
I was heavy on the pink, and LaShaun and Jessica were like, ooh.
It's pink.
It's toning down just a little bit.
It's real pink.
I see the vibe here, but why don't we look at it this way? And when they did that for my personal brand, I was like, you know what? This makes more sense. This is more clear. When I go on my website, it's not boom in the face. You know what I'm saying? And so that same thing needs to happen on social media as well. So just being clear on fonts, making sure that your brand colors are neutral, and then also making sure that you're, again, speaking your audience's language, because if you don't speak your audience's language, they're going to do? Swipe, swipe,
Swipe.
swipe quickly. And then on the back end of things, I know this is really hard, and this is why most of you guys need to hire a social media manager. You have
Not
to
do it yourself.
your content. You have to take photos, you have to take videos, and take time to put things out and create, but be intentional about what you're going to put out. And by doing that, you need a content calendar, which means you need to hire me, because a lot of people don't know how to create a content calendar. Batch creating on social media is a game changer, because at the end of the day, consistency, if you're not consistent on social media,
it does change. It does change. I can admit that myself, that I stopped doing my podcast. It's difficult to get back in, but once you get back in, you see how, even to the point where I've gotten a couple of messages saying we're expanding your audience because you've been consistent. And so, but I think the thing too is not just consistency, because I feel like people feel like if I could just throw anything to it, then that's me being consistent.
That's a good point.
You'll see a chart that says consistency is not the same thing every day. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's the same every day and then drops drastically. But the effort is, if I meet at least a standard of production, at least if I can meet a standard of production, then I'm not worried about if I'm at my top game or bottom game. At least it's something that people can at least hold on to. I'll say that.
Right.
That's something that's something that goes that makes them identify you from just somebody they observe to full on core audience. We all have that person on social media. I feel like we follow. I have a few people that I follow almost like it's my TV show. Like you'll see in the comments, people like, "Oh, shut up, y'all! My show is on." like there's that kind of engaging material that makes you intrigued. Yeah, it helps you. Yeah. It builds you beyond even that.
Right. And also just building a community, because once you build that community, you don't need to post. And I don't mean like batch and creating where you need to post every single day. Just put something out.
Well, first, I don't think everybody knows what batch creating is.
Okay, so batch creating is basically creating a plethora of content all at once. So that means, like, say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're going to post Motivational Monday, Wellness Wednesday, and I don't know, Flashback Friday. Your audience knows that you're going to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and creating a content calendar, it'll be basically easy for you to do so, because you're literally going to post all your content for the month, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and go about your business, basically.
And send it out.
Basically, that's what it is. I'm trying to think if I missed any steps with that, but
not at all. Because you were a real point on that too. Does that mean?
Oh,
okay. I was like, what the hell just happened?
It's overwhelming, but that is why it is so important to have a social media strategist on your team. Because think about it this way: you have to worry about social media to to your target audience on top of the back end of things to run your business, on top of the hustle, and that's a whole different subject of making sure that you keep your business afloat.
Yeah.
That is so trying to.
So I personally feel like investing in marketing, before you invest in anything else, you need to invest in marketing. So that way you can have that off of your plate. Have somebody who knows your target audience, who knows how to reach your target audience, who knows how to create content and fabulous content like hooks,
grab your.
yang, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It just,
And
I think it takes the bulk off of the, it takes the bulk off of the, I can't be the CEO, CFO, CMO, social
Right.
media, this person, I can't be all of those people. I don't want to be all those people.
Right. I was just about to say that, just to jump on that point. A lot of people think that DIY is an in thing. It's an out thing, right?
Yeah.
It's okay for you to do DIY projects at home. When it comes onto your brand, stop doing the DIY. It shows. It definitely does show with your
shows.
branding.
Yeah.
And we as professional, when we see it, we'll be like, yep, that's a template from Canva. Yep, that is a, and we're not saying that Canva is a bad platform. Once used in the right way, because I use Canva sometime when I'm doing my design. Once used in the right way, it can change your game completely. The platforms that I use to design is Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and I use each platform for different reasons. So I don't use the same thing for. I don't do photos in Illustrator because that is for logos. I don't design my logos in Photoshop, but that's for photos. So once you know the technique behind the platform you're using, it is fine. So I'm not saying that Canva is not a great platform for you to use. Once you use it in the right way, it can take care of your business so much more because it's a great platform. When I said DIY,
I'm just kidding.
I was saying you get
They judge me off
overwhelmed.
'cause I use Canva, and I
Yes,
feel like Canva is a good platform to
it
use
is
for
good. As
certain
I'm not even saying that it's a bad I made sure that I put that disclaimer in. I'm not saying it's a bad platform. I use it too, but it needs to be used in the right way. That's the right way. If you have a template on your don't use 50 different templates from Canva.
Yeah.
Stay consistent. Your fonts need to be the same, right? The
better
color
create that
tone needs to be the
brand.
same. You can't have like a green and a bright orange green and a dark green and an orange green. No. You need to be consistent. So that's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about like DIY process when you're doing your branding, you need to be outsourcing to other platforms or the companies that are honing in on their skills. It's okay for you to want to do, but deep down you don't know, and you want to jump on YouTube and sit there and create something when you do not know the backstory behind why something is being done. That's what I mean by a DIY project. You need, because you don't know how to do marketing. Why is that? Why is that certain people are not coming to your site? Why are people not showing up? Why is these people showing up on your Instagram social media and those are not the people you're talking to?
But I put out a flyer. I put out a flyer.
Yeah,
I put my flyer out one time on Facebook.
Right?
Everybody should come. Everybody
and
should
I
be
used
at my
AI,
thing.
and I didn't delete the dashes.
Right?
Either. Let's talk about AI.
It's not just an event. It's an experience wrapped in wisdom.
Right? And all sorts of stuff.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this because maybe one day Canva might hit me up and I don't want to get backlash.
Yeah.
I would say Canva is great for people that have perhaps the design eye, that have that creativity to build and put something together, a concept together, or at least want to conceptualize something, but to initialize brand building. And when I mean that, logo creation, all that other stuff, while it is a beautiful service, it is not for that. And I feel like we cheat ourselves. Like you said, you want your Infusion Creative Hub logo to be seen for years to come. Just like McDonald's, just like Burger King, just like Starbucks, just like Gucci, just like Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? Those things, those emblems matter. It's literally the clothes of the brand. It's what you see. It's how you best identify them. If I see McDonald's with green and orange, I'm gonna wonder about something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say what's going on with you guys because I'm accustomed to these different colors, etc. And I think that a lot of people don't put that into perspective. Is that once you are not But I'll say this because Coca-Cola has changed their logo, etc. You're not so chained to that concept so much. It can change and mesh all differently because even Amazon's logo has changed. People's logos change all the time.
Right, but
You're
revamping
not
it.
married to it. You're not married to it, but at least once you start, make sure that you're willing to commit to building a brand and building a community around your business, like they've been
And
saying.
Yes,
and
that is
let's talk
true.
about something serious. People who create logos on Canva, let's talk about trademarking. Let's talk about
Yeah,
copywriting. Let's talk about that logo with the little circle around it,
I'm sick
with
of
the
it.
little, you know what I'm saying? Like that's real stuff. And
Yeah.
you
Because
guys,
you just have to be consistent because you don't want everyone having the same exact brand. That's why you choose a platform that you want to use and use it the best way possible. Because not everybody should have the same exact thing that you have. Everybody's
right.
doing the same thing, and you need to do your market research when it comes on to creating your business name. Like
Mm,
there is so much ways for you to search for. You create a business name. There are other people that might have thought of that name. Think,
Hmm.
search it up and make sure that nobody else has the same exact name in your industry so that yours is unique. And to jump on the point that you made about Jess in regards to like Coca-Cola changing their brand or KFC and all of that, you are going to change your brand over
Yeah,
a period of time. That's what we call the terminology revamping or rebranding. But when you have a strategy behind you and teaching you how, like showing you exactly how it's done, we use the same exact concept you have so that your logo is not a complete 360. It's still cohesive because if you notice some of the brands that have changed, they may have to a slight change. Like Coca-Cola had has a slant in
yes,
their stuff. Normally it was very straightforward and structured, and they have a little slant or they may change the G. But when you look at it, you know that it is still their brand. So when you say revamping, it don't mean that, oh, I need to just get rid of this completely and just start something fresh and nobody's going to know what the business is all about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking
no,
about revamping your brand so that once you start getting yourself out there, it basically changes. And to jump on that point, my business, before I even started Infusion Creative Hub, my business was Elite Boss Branding. And it was predominantly just for branding only. And over a period of time, I started realizing that I was getting I wouldn't say wrong, let me just rephrase that. I started getting the target audience that I wasn't, I didn't plan for. Because my brand, I was looking for more for luxury and but I started with bright colors. Like my first website, it looks good though, because it's mine, because I love it. And I loved it, right? I'm not my target audience. Mine is bright pink and bright teal because those are my favorite color. But hey, when a lawyer looked at my website and saw the bright pink and said, "Oh, this is a girl's website. Are you doing nails? Are you doing lashes?" That's the first thing they said to me when they said it. And I had to step back at my business a little bit and be like, okay, I need to structure my business a little bit more and start targeting the audience that I really want to target. I love
mm,
to do. I do a lot of my hair and my nails and my products and all of the, but I do want to target corporate business as well. Lawyers. I want to do like banks. I want to do the hotels, all of them, right? Want to jump into that film. So I changed my brand color and my brand name to a complete 360 on my brand because I do creative stuff. I do henna, I do event planning, and I also do my graphics. So my business now ties in with everything that I do, and I'm now a hub. That's why my business changed to Creative Infusion Creative Hub because I made sure that I research every single name that I put together and come up with a name that represents me. Infusion, joining things together,
mm,
creative, my artistic touches that I put on my stuff, and a hub, everything that I do under one umbrella. And that's how I created my business, and my logo represents that. It has a little butterfly with a little circle that basically shows you're infusing things together. So that's my reason behind creating my name and my brand. When you're thinking about that aspect of your business, think about how people are going to read through your stuff and know that, okay, if I decide to take my business to the next level, will people be able to understand what is going on with my brand? My brand color now is black, white, and cream. Very subtle, very intentional. And once you look at it, you can see that I work with all sorts of people.
Well,
So
my colors are black, white, and purple because
you are
because or actually
My
dope.
more like
colors are black, white, and bright pink.
black,
Even my
white, and
my
purple.
bright pink.
Yeah, purple happens to be my favorite color, but in research, I found purple is usually symbolic not just of royalty, but of creativity, of
Mhm.
whimsy, and that's kind of who I tend to work with are people that think outside the box that don't want to look like the average, I guess, group of businesses. They're usually people that are thought leaders that are not your average person. And so not only that, I feel like the name of my company is Matte Black Media, but the product is dope. And why it's dope is because, like you said, beyond. I'm glad you actually said that. Beyond the what we say, the definition of dope is I think there's a undefined reason for the word dope, and we slap it on things and not quite know why. I want to show you why that's dope. I want to show you what that means in your business, in your artistry, however you operate. I want you to see what makes you dope. And so that was the reasoning behind my business. And I changed my name a million times too. And I've changed my audience as well. So I love that. The conversation is not I've been this whole time, because that's not the case.
Yeah.
But I also love that, like, now that I'm solidified in this, I see where it can kind of potentially go beyond, my name, beyond just even the idea of what I'm saying. So you're absolutely right about that. I want to say, I guess now technically, since we're a little bit over time, I want to technically introduce now the black, white, pink, purple, cream company
Yeah.
How we
that
come
is
together.
right, and how we come together and infuse in a divine,
Hey.
dope way.
I like
Amen.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we are together Glow Collective. And Glow
Mhm.
means, Tawana, because she always remembers the acronym. Glow means what?
Generate. Oh, hold up. How embarrassing.
It's okay. While
You
you
put
while
me
you
on the
looking it up,
spot.
Emily, our friend says it's hard to let go of that original title, branding name, but it's really just the launching pad. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Two
you're
words.
thinking it's your baby. It's your baby. And a lot of the things we hold on to is because we remember the process of even getting that far and getting
Where
that
we
out.
started.
And so I'm not mad at anyone that uses Canva. I want to really be honest with you. I think what frustrates me is when you use it and that's all you use. There's it's a great starting point, and it's great for those that might not be the designer to continue. It's a good continuing tool. But what I mean by frustration with Canva is it's it doesn't help you to dive deep. That's what I'll say. It doesn't help you to dig deeper. Places like Canva or places, these are good tools for people that have the strategy already established. That's what I'll say.
Hmm.
He's congratulating us on
That's
Glocal.
good. What I would say about Canva, in regards to this, Canva is a great platform for you to use. The only thing I want you to take from this is be consistent with what you use your Canva for. So if
Right.
you're going to be using a template, make sure every other element that you're using represent that same template. So you show a level of brand identity. And for persons in here, I need you guys to start researching what brand identity is for your brand. So you guys have an understanding of these terms, because in a business, you should know what your brand identity is, what kind of message you're putting out there to the public. So if you're using Canva, you can use, because I still use it too, and is a great platform.
I use
You just need
Canva.
to be you need to be consistent with how you portray, because don't be throwing all those different kind of fonts and all the different kind of colors. Like those things will. I want us. A lot of times I see it and I wanted to comment like, who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to like somebody?
Y'all,
Like
Right.
we
you have
got
like
some
all of these
graphic
fonts.
designers here. And let me tell you something.
No.
Hold on, let me speak my piece as
No,
a real
no,
Canva user.
no.
Okay?
Go ahead.
Basically, if you use Canva, just create a brand kit. That's what they're trying to get at.
That's what
Create
they
a brand
have.
kit.
Yes,
Just
that's what I was
create
gonna
a
say.
brand kit, and everything that they're saying, if you don't have time, if you need a little plug and play, make sure you use your brand colors and your brand fonts and your logo and create a brand kit where everything is cohesive. And then for right now, and then when you have the budget, or if you have the budget now, you hire us, okay? And we're going to teach you how to generate, leverage,
Convert.
optimize, and what? Educate.
Educate.
Okay? We're going to glow
That-
around here.
And that's how you glow, okay?
I'll say that again because it goes a little bit too fast. So explain
Because I was
Okay.
gonna type it. Generate,
Generate?
optimize.
No.
Just
I don't know how to
before,
spell.
Leverage, optimize, and
educate.
educate. Because one thing about it, and one thing I've learned from working with these ladies, is that you have to continue to educate, and you have to continue to learn. And I have learned so much. Just look, 15 20 years of graphic design, and I have meetings with these ladies weekly, and they are in my ear telling me, Tawana, you know better, do this, and I love that. I love that because they're building me to be a better graphic designer for my clients. And I want them to be able to trust me of like, hey, LaShaun is in Hawaii right now and she needs to get this done. She needs to be able to trust me that I'm going to do it to her standard, and vice versa for Jessica. So I really just take it all in. I'm learning just with you guys.
That is
And
true,
it's
Emily.
learning for me
This
too
is
with-
so good, Emily. People
Yeah.
want value, and education is valuable.
yes,
And
it
you
is.
cannot take it away once you receive it. So
That
I
is
think
true. And just to
you're
jump on
absolutely
that point, one of the reasons we started Glow Collective is to let people know that you can work together even though you're in the same field. Jess and I are in similar fields. We're not fighting. We're not like, we'll probably fight after the live, but we're not fighting and calling each other down and not like, right? We are working together to get this done because we can definitely learn from each other because of how our designing skills are. So that's one of the reasons Glow Collective is going to be it's so epic together, because we have a workshop coming up that we will be launching very, very soon.
Save the
right?
date. The Glow
So
Up Business
take a
Workshop.
screenshot, make sure
Yep.
you have it there, because there's going to be a lot of news about, and check out our logo, like your girl Hook. Like I hook.
It's just glowing out there. Do you see the glow?
How do you glow up for your business? That's what Glow Collective is all about. Look at that.
It will be an in-person workshop, but we might have some digital tickets available. We'll see. We
So
want to
please stay
fill the
tuned.
room first.
And do we have a limit? Do we have a limit?
The
We
sky's the
don't
limit,
know.
LaShaun. Come on now.
We don't know. We're just saying. We
sky
don't
is the
know. So make
limit.
sure
The
you
sky
send that
is the limit.
notification and follow us to make sure as soon as we launch it, because we're dropping all the teas in our workshop. It's a full day of getting you ready and like brand ready from the start all the way to the finish. I can't say much. I'm gonna pretend as if I'm gonna be sued for talking, but can't say much. But once it's out, I'm telling you, it's gonna be epic. How do
If
you
want
blow
some
up for your
one-on-one
business?
time with some geniuses in the marketing world,
Talking about your business specifically, what you want, not a group thing. Like, you don't want to miss this.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's the best part of this workshop that's about to happen is we are going to give detailed time to each one who attends and go through your brand and go through your marketing strategy. And if you don't even have one, we're going to help you build one, and it's going to be well worth the investment.
right?
Well worth it. And if I'm honest, we're probably giving you more than what we value this workshop to be, because we believe so much in our community. And again, I said it's going to be in person, but we definitely will have digital tickets. But our heart has been from beginning, our our community locally and how we can help you all grow.
Yes.
Because we see some amazing ideas, we see some amazing opportunities for even collaboration between some of y'all.
Yeah.
Like we be talking about y'all behind y'all back, like for real.
We definitely do. Not gonna lie.
And like the
It's
things
out
that
of love, though.
yeah, because ultimately, if you're thriving, we're thriving. If we're thriving, they're thriving. If they're, you know what I mean, as a community, we thrive. And again, we're talking about building community, and not from
Yes.
no fake sense of, oh, look at us, we're just doing stuff. Like sincere, genuine building of business and establishing business and economy in this city from young ladies that look like us in a way that we have never done it before here.
A
And so,
blessing.
again, save the
It
date.
really
Okay?
is.
Follow us on IG. You see the ticker ticking. Follow us on IG at Glow Collective, and that'll be where the information starts. Yeah?
Definitely.
I'm
Yeah.
extremely excited. We finally got it out.
Right?
Yay!
I've been talking with it for months. So
Months in the process.
Yes!
definitely.
October 4th. Save the date.
Save the-
Share this. If
Yes.
y'all love us like y'all say, this okay, share this. This is good information for people that need it. Period.
Yes.
Yep.
So, with that, ladies, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you've been here. You know, I have my segments towards the end. So, the first one, we'll start with Tawana. The first segment is That's Dope. And That's Dope is simply a brand, a business, a person, a song, whatever that you think is extremely dope. Tawana first.
Okay. Well, number one, I have to shout out Youth First Reno Sparks. It's a local nonprofit in which we're going to be using their clubhouse they donated their clubhouse for us to do this event, our workshop. Youth First Reno Sparks is such an amazing nonprofit here in Reno, Nevada. They help young moms and teens and people. We just love on people for youth at Youth First, and so I gotta shout out them because I hold them close to my heart. Another brand that I have to shout out is Sweet Surrender Co. Because if you want to talk about luxury body care, and if you struggle with dry, ashy skin, you're sleeping on it. Okay.
If you be ashy.
Huh?
I said, if you be ashy.
If you be ashy, you need that body butter. I can give you some recommendations. Just shoot me a DM. But Sweet Surrender is one of my favorite businesses to work with because their product is spectacular. Like, it's amazing. And a lot of people, but people need to know about it and use their products. And it truly helps people with their skin and making you feel good and smelling good and all the things. So
You want to smell good. You don't want to be musty.
okay,
But no,
if you want to feel like that girl, then Sweet Surrender Co.
absolutely. Sean?
So run it by me again what my reasoning for it. Like, is it anybody or is it locally? Like,
Anything, anybody, anywhere.
that I feel is dope.
Yep.
Okay. And how many can I say?
As many as you like.
Yeah, you're sure. All right, I hope y'all are in.
She's like, shout out to my
Let me write down. Okay, so I wanna start off by saying this. So this, I've literally seen it started to where it is right now. And it's, I don't know. Oh God, I lost my train of thought just now. My apologies. So with this brand, she's the only Black woman in Reno that is a broker and also a real estate. All right, and I don't want to quote the name wrong because I want to make sure that I get the name correctly.
It's your next home. Your next home.
Your Next Home Picket Fence group,
Yeah.
that's in Midtown. My girl Tawana and her hubby, they're the one that is coming together and do it. Like, I knew she has already been dominating the game before in her
Yeah.
field, and now she has her own brokerage here in Reno. And for that, I think that is a dope experience overall because she's actually just doing
She's
what
doing
it is
it.
that a lot of people here wants to do. You say you're going to do something and you actually do it and execute it. So I really, really, really love that for her. So I definitely do the first shout out to her. My second shout out is for my girl Charisma and her other co-partner Alex. They have a group called the Boss Bets Bestie, and
Mm-hmm.
they are out here changing the game in regards to allowing people that has lost their way or not intentional or not showing up for themselves in the right way. They're creating this platform that allow people to be okay, not you're okay not to be okay, and they want you to be comfortable wherever you are. You start whenever you want, and that is just epic. My girl Charisma is a entrepreneur in a whole nother level. She does her hair. She's a real estate agent. She's a minding your business
Mindfulness.
method,
Yeah.
mindful coach,
Mindfulness coach. Yes.
mindfulness coach. Let me just correct that because she cuss me out for that. But
Just look
she's
her up.
been
Look her up.
changing the game, and I love
Yeah.
her. I love her for that. I also wanted to say this for my best friend. She is in Massachusetts, and her business is called Our Journey Healthcare, and she's trying her very best to put her business out there to get the world to know how important it is to help elderly care, because not a lot of elderlies wants to go into a home, and if they're already in their home and you can get somebody to come there and help them and just give them that's a peace of mind. She created a platform for that called Our Journey Healthcare, and I'm so proud of her for doing that as well. My sister is doing crazy with her business. She has a hair business. Um, so these people are people that I've looked up to in the business world, because I see that they're in the same boat as I am, but they're pushing themselves over the limit all the time and every time. And one star that I really looked up to all the time, and she's an artist in Jamaica. Her name is Spice. Y'all know that I love myself some Spice. She's
Black China from China.
right.
Yeah.
She's a dancing queen in Jamaica, and I admire her growth because she was poor, very poor, and she's now making so much impact in this world. It's not even funny. Like, she's just taking every criticism that she can possibly get from anybody, and she's just running with it, and she's pushing it, and she's not apologizing for where she's at. And that's what I kind of look for when it comes on to my brand, right? You either love me or hate me, but I'm not going to apologize for being myself or my brand. And I just love her for that, because I look up to her in so much in regards to her business mind and stuff like that. And I also love Candy Barris. So people all know that from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She does music, she does businesses, she does all of that. So these are the people that I really look up to, and I really love their growth and all of those kind of stuff. I know there's a lot more, but I can't think of a lot right now.
It's
But
like,
those are
okay,
the
okay.
I wanted to put out there and make sure that I do a shout out for. And of
I
course,
think I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. I also love uh what you say her name?
Candy.
Spice or Candy?
Spice.
Oh no.
No, I love Candy too, but I love Spice. I love
Yes.
Spice
I
because
just
she's
love
gonna
her
tell it
brand.
like it is, period.
Yes.
Uh
Yes. And her brand is unique.
yes. So my next segment is Nope. And Nope is something in branding, in marketing, in business that you just cannot stand and get on your nerves, or someone that's not doing it right, or that needs to do a little bit better. I'm gonna give you one: chicken wings and R&B. I'm tired.
We've been talking about this for a week.
Okay.
This is what I really mean by that. This is what I really mean by that. This is no offense to anybody in specific. This is really just when you live in a small town, there are only so many of us. There's 3 of us on here. That means there's only 9 more black people out there after this. Okay?
She ain't
when
lying.
when you have a small town where culturally you only have so many people, which so I'm gonna say something else about that in a minute. So hold that. But when you have only so many people, the originality of what we produce has to vary. It has to be interesting. And so I don't want to go to chicken wing and R&B night and then go to R&B and chicken bingo and then go to chicken R&B bingo brunch night. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to keep going to the same thing. Like, I love everybody. That's not a diss to nobody. But the really, I more than anything commend y'all for doing stuff,
Yeah.
because that's the other
Lead us
part
through.
that we didn't discuss is we can put out all the things. It's we need the support of the community to come and support these different things too, and not to just be looky loos, to actually come and have a great experience.
Yeah.
Which is what I was saying, in that I had an amazing, and I keep talking about it because it was so unique. It was a great experience at the Taste of Jamaica the other night. That food was fire, but on top of that, the networking, the socializing, that was fun. Like, I'm not really a social person, so I don't want them to think I'm catfishing, because I really
Right.
wasn't talking too much.
I
But
get
I
it.
also that of it that I did do, that I did experience, was great. Like, of course, there's people that I knew, but there was a lot of people I did not
I
know
didn't.
in this city, and culturally, it was a new experience. I've had Jamaican food. I watched videos on Jamaica on YouTube, etc., but it was right here in my face, right in my right in my experience, in my eyes view. And so I
Right.
think that, with that being said, is allow room for these other experiences as well, and not just chicken R&B night
Right.
brunch, pancake
I get it.
chicken. Okay, not just that. not just not just the same variation, a different variation of the same event. There's going to be a million dinners. How does your dinner stand out? That's been my whole premise about dope. About That's my side of branding, is
Yeah.
what makes you
Exactly.
unique, what makes you different. Emily says, why do you think some community events get so much more traffic than others? For example, the Dancing in the Streets Festival in Midtown last month was packed, but several City of Sparks events this summer had low attendance. Just a thought, it's discouraging for people who put in the work to plan the events. I can tell you, first and foremost, Dancing in the Streets, I looked up their website. The website was fire. And I will say, this not always been like that for Dancing in the Streets. It's come with progress.
That is.
And
I was just about to say that.
some of it I've known about, because I know the people that kind of work in the behind the scenes situation. But as far as me as a consumer, I'm just now really seeing promotion for Dancing in the Streets in the way that it has brought attention to, to the event. I can say City of Sparks, if I'm honest with you, outside of the Nugget, I don't know nothing that's going on in Sparks, outside of stuff that happens at Nugget. And even then, like, they just opened a nightclub. Nobody knew. No,
Yeah.
nobody really
I've heard
knows.
about that too.
I think a lot of it is also, we think maybe things are happening that aren't happening at the capacity that they come off as, right?
Mhm.
But in reverse, there are things that are popping that they don't promote, that
Yeah.
they're not gonna say. But guess what we're gonna hear about? Chicken R&B brunch pancake night. Okay. Marry
Just
me R&B night. We're gonna hear
to
about
jump
it.
on that. Just to
And
jump on that point. With what she was asking
yeah, she
about
said,
the different strategies that people go about in getting their stuff out there. Like as just said, Dance Industry didn't just start just yesterday. It's been going on for a long time, and they didn't get a whole bunch of people. They
Mhm.
fine tune the way of how they start doing it. It started out just in the little area in Midtown, which is where they had this Wings place, right? You're talking about Wings, right? That little spot. That's where it started. And then afterwards, it started going to different streets and all of that. And they had a team that they sat down and basically come together and do it. They've been publicizing this for months ahead and stuff like that. And the only reason I know this is because when I started my event, when I was doing this event, the Taste of Jamaica, I wanted my Taste of Jamaica to be very, very private and very intimate. And I've been doing this for 4 years now. Last 3 years, I just wanted it to be within my own community. And this year, somebody mentioned to me that, like, why are you not putting it out there so that more people will come and stuff? And I started publicizing my stuff 3 weeks before my event. 3 weeks. And I'm all like the targets that I wanted to be in that room, I'm short maybe like 10 people from coming in the room because I wanted a total of 50 and I went up close to 40 people in that room. It's They've been going on news to showcase their business. They have updated their website design to showcase the brand that they want. They also got their sponsors down pat. The
yeah,
sponsors help promote their businesses because I learned all of this during my time doing this. They had their sponsors down pat. They had They're promotional sponsors to promote their business, in kind to
Ad
provide all the
spin.
foods and all of those stuff. They did some Google ads because it's popping up all over. I've seen it
Yeah.
on cars, on billboard. They also had sponsors that sponsors different areas of it, and they had music that speaks to everybody. They had dance, they had Afrobeats, they had country, they had a whole range of different stuff. And this is what you do when you're thinking outside the box, and not don't follow everybody else when they're doing it. When I decided to do Taste of Jamaica, I didn't want to do a party because everybody wants to do party, people go dance and stuff. I wanted you to experience Jamaican food in a whole different light. And I accomplished that because I wanted to be intimate, because we can all pay to go for dinner. That's a normal thing here in Reno. Oh, there's a birthday party. Oh, let me just go have a dinner with my wife or my girlfriend or whatever the case may be. And you sit and have a dinner. I wanted something different because I wanted to be intimate, but still be able to interact with people and just still have fun and just have some game night and something that is completely different. Thinking outside the box and having a team behind you really does wonders when it comes on to your event. You can't just decide that, oh, I'm going to do an event, and you want to do everything. You want to steal people's name. Let me put that out there. You have your name for your business, but you just take off the bottom part and add another name on it and consider that to be your event. Like, think outside the box. You cannot use the same thing because people are going to associate you that, oh, you're trying to steal that person's idea, even if that was not your intention. That's why doing your market research for these kind of stuff is very, very important when you're doing any form of events, or even when you're doing your branding, because without a research to know what it is that you're presenting out there, it's not going to make sense to the public when you do start putting it out. So I think that's what they did for Dancing in the Street. That's why they get a lot more traffic in than anybody else that is putting on other events. And also they do networking too, because the person behind that event, she's well known. She is well known. She's doing her rounds, going to different businesses, going to different stuff, and all of those kind of stuff. If you're not that kind of person, hire somebody to be that person for your brand, because that's what is going on. You have to have somebody that will talk the talk and actually do what it is that needs to be done to make sure that their brand is a success. Yelp is also a big deal too. If you notice how Yelp website is, like, if y'all don't take nothing from tonight's podcast, make sure you take a look at these companies' website and see the difference of how their website is, and compare it to yours, and to see what is it that you can do to improve on yours based on their marketing skills, because they're doing it, they're doing that for a reason. And if you cannot steal somebody else's idea and make it your own and fine tune how you want to show up in this world, then what are we doing? We should be able to showcase our brand in a way that is very unique to us, and still represent a brand and still love on other people's brand as well. So
right. I feel like the more you have an understanding of what's unique about you, the easier it is to celebrate someone else's brand. Another compliment is, I loved how you and Jerk Spot, the Jerk Spot,
yes,
collaborated in this effort.
Me too.
I loved how that, I loved the outcome. I loved that she was there and supportive. Not just I'm there to be there. She was there and supportive of your event. Gave great compliments, you know what I mean? Stayed most of the time, you know what I mean? It wasn't a I'm here and then I'm leaving thing.
That is it. I needed her too, because when I called her, one of the intent for me to do it too, I was like, she's the only person here that has Jamaican food. Why not work together with her to calibrate something like this? Right?
I was like, we're learning that even then that's not, that there is more.
Right, true. But
I want to say to you, with that, I hope that either one or two things, because I've been thinking about you clearly, right? Either if you do it annually, expanding your the amount of people, or doing it quarterly, so that way it could still be the certain amount of people, and that give that good fear of missing out, and I'm jealous and you don't get to have that experience, but you can open up your wait list for the next event. And I know it's a lot of work. So my comment was, in working and partnering with these people, I think that helps you to expand your reach even with that, because like I said, and I said it at this party, ain't but okay, it's 3 of us, 6 more, my mama upstairs, so it's 5 more black people, okay?
I get
So
it.
you know what I mean? So
Yes.
we don't have these experiences, and at the level of excellence is what I'm saying that you presented. We don't really get that. And so if there's a way,
It was amazing.
if there's a way to
Missed out.
y'all missed out for real. Like y'all missed out.
Yeah.
Y'all
It is
missed out.
something that I can definitely think about. To be honest, I can definitely think about that. One of the reasons I wanted to do it
Glory.
yearly is because I predominantly wanted to celebrate our independence of Jamaica, and that's when it is in August 6th. So that's the reason we initially started it in the first place, because that's what we're celebrating, the independence of our culture, I may be able to do other experiences that is not necessarily a taste of Jamaica, because I don't want it to be as how this may sound, and I don't want to sound as if I'm, I don't want it to be watered down.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel
Similar
you.
like Dancing with the Street is once per year. It needs to be a unique experience that you don't get anywhere else. And you look forward for it every single year. It's not something that you want to do like every weekend you go do this and all that. No, it's an experience that is something different that you don't normally get on a regular basis. So that's the kind of thing that I am portraying. Because a lot of people reach out to me and be like, "Oh my God, are you having another one this year?" I was like, "No, it's next year." That's how I've been promoting it so much, posting it, all the ads and stuff like that, so people will know that, hey, it's once a year that we actually do this. But who to tell? Who to tell what's going to happen next? Every year it is so different and it's so unique, because I don't do the same thing. Oh, see,
Exactly.
maybe not the R&B, but
She
I
said
like
a
that
jerk
idea.
chicken wing, a jerk
I
wing.
like that idea.
Yeah.
But just putting it out there. It's like everything is put in the plan. I always do things a lot different, and I don't do the same thing twice, because I don't want to experience the same exact thing all the time.
Yeah.
So, but things are in play, and the person that I am, and I know what I'm capable of, there are going to be bigger and better things coming to you guys very, very soon. And remember my name, Unique LaShaun Wilson, owner of Infusion Creative Hub.
I know that's right.
Coming to y'all live and direct. So stay tuned. Follow me on all my platforms, okay? So you will not miss a beat. I'm gonna share it as soon as we end the live, so you guys can go and follow all my pages, because I have a bunch of them.
I don't think I was like, I don't even think y'all got to do y'all note, but that's okay.
And I just want to
your
say
one was good.
That conversation that we just had about collaboration and things like that. This just came to mind. Your network is your net worth. That's a word, because collaboration and connection you need to elevate your business by building community. And I feel like after the pandemic, people miss that part, of just building community. And I feel like with social media, because that's what I specialize in, people need to start bringing social media back as a platform where we're networking with people and we love on people. And so that's my no, is if you're not willing to collaborate or love on people the way you want people to love on you, or that makes sense.
Yeah,
you need a genuine connection with people, like-minded people. And that's why I'm so grateful to have connection with Gloe Collective, with Jess and with LaShaun, because at the end of the day, I'm learning something. I learned something in this podcast, and I talk to these ladies a couple times a week, okay? And it's just amazing, and I'm just thankful and blessed that we're about to do something huge.
Yeah.
I don't even think that they even know.
We're ready for it, right?
I don't even think that they know. For real.
I'm ready.
I'm
One more time.
Mine.
Save the date. October 4th, 2025. The Glow Up Business Workshop. We're going to get all in y'all business.
Gonna be epic.
It's going to be amazing.
And my note, there's some things that I would absolutely do not want to accept in my business field, is a person who do not maximize on the potential that they have. So a lot of people reach out and be like, "Oh, I want to do this." And when you share that knowledge, like you share knowledge to somebody and they're not honing in on that skill. You tell somebody that, "Hey, your branding suck. You need to do something about it. You need to change it." And you provide them with all the tools that they need and they still do not do it. That's a lost cause. I do not I do not appreciate people who do not work. If you want something in life, you have to work at it. It boils down to a relationship. It boils down to the relationship with a partner, with your kids, with your family. If you want to see potential in something, you have to work for it. You cannot think about your business as just a business on a whole. Think about it as a personal growth for you. Like what it is that you're doing for your business, like what it is. So when you're thinking about like when you give all of these knowledge or drop all of these gems to these businesses or people who want to learn and they're not applying that, that's a big pet peeve for me because I'm wasting my time sharing all of these and then you're not even taking notes. You're not even trying to like ask questions that will work on your behalf. Like those things really mess with my head a little bit. I'm trying to like calm myself down too when I'm like, didn't I just tell you that a minute ago? Like we had this training, a whole hour training of educating you on the key guidelines in regards to how you can maximize it on your website design. You hired me to design your website. And I mentioned to you that within a month, if you are reading your engagement, the people who will pop up on your screen, what are they doing on your site? All of those things. And you decide that, oh, I got a website now that's going to sit and let it stay there and pretty and I'll put in the work to make sure it works for you. And then you come back to me and say, hey, LaShaun, it is not working. It's not working because you're not putting in the work. Things like that really put a different perspective because people think that, oh, because I just have a logo, that's it. Because I have a business card, that's it. That's not how it works. The perfect example is that most like men or women, when you buy a new outfit, right? You take it from the store. You saw it. That's marketing. You see it. You buy it. You took it home. You put it on your bed. You put it in the closet. The door is closed. You have a party coming up. People are like, oh shoot, I need to show this out. You go in your closet. You see it. You take it back out. You didn't take it out at a party to show nobody else what it is. But when you put it on and you go to the club, somebody stop you and be like, where did you get that shirt? You're going to say, oh, I got it on Fashion Nova. That is how your business works, right? That is how your business works. You put your business out there and the right people start seeing it, start asking questions, and that is your talk for the night. I got it from Fashion Nova. You should definitely, they have this. And that's how you have the start a conversation. I wear this shirt that says hooked antenna for every time I go out and I have my henna design on me. When I'm going to the grocery store, my hand is like this. And be like, oh my God, that henna looks cute. I did it? Oh, here's my business card. I did it. So I was marketing myself out there to make people know that, hey, I do henna. This is it. I do henna. This is it. So if you do not put your business out there and all the knowledge that you've learned on YouTube and all of that, taking all those knowledge is one thing, but not applying it, that's a whole nother level. So that's my pet peeve when it comes on to. That's my note.
Amen, though.
You know what, LaShaun?
Got in my face about me right now, but that's cool. You know, on my show, I invited you. That's cool. That's cool.
LaShaun just be preaching and she be in my business low key.
Like I'm tired of it. Like basically, what's up?
Miley, what's good? Like all up in my business.
Let the people know. Let the people know because we all been thinking about it, but because of how blunt and how straightforward I am, I'm a loving person, but I'm very blunt when it comes on. And when I'm talking about my business, I'm so passionate because I want all of us to win. Yes. I'm so passionate. It's not even funny.
Well, and just time is of the essence. Don't waste my time. Yes, period. Don't waste my time. If I'm pouring into you, take advantage of that. Because first of all, I'm not going to be doing this all the time. Secondly,
and your time is valuable.
My time is valuable. First of all, my time is valuable. Secondly, I'm not going to be doing this all the time. And third, when I do it again, you might not be able to afford it. So come on and get it now.
That part.
With that being said, October 4th.
Save that
date. Save that date. Okay. Okay, ladies, thank you so much. We have had an amazing conversation. I'm telling you, we could talk like this for hours more. It goes on and on and on.
And like we have done it too.
Yeah, and have done it. And we'll do it probably some more. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining me tonight. I am so excited for what we have to come. I'm so excited to not just affect our local community, but those abroad. And I hope that those that have been watching have gained some good insight from you all as well. And so, with that being said, my next week's guest is none other than Miss Niche Rose. She is also I got a lot of graphic designer friends, clearly, right?
Yes.
Graphic designer, event space specialist, and conference host. And this is a
Oh.
conversation you will not want to miss.
Yes.
She is just as amazing. I've been having some really dope, and I mean, like, not even to say it because of the word, but some really dope guests I've had as of recent. And I'm only looking forward to speaking to more dope individuals to come. So, with that being said, we'll see you next week on Monday, 7 p.m. PST, right here on Matt Black Media. Bye.
Bye.